Hey, what's wrong? You seem upset.
Neon, this game is starting to feel like such a waste of time.
Tell me about it. I mean, I thought it would be fun, but it's just become repetitive and exhausting. I've lost so many ranked games because of my terrible trash teammates.
Are you sure your teammates are the problem?
What in the
Welcome to Valorant, a lightning-fast 5v5 tactical shooter handcrafted by the masterminds at Riot Games. This electrifying game is all about obliterating the competition before they even know what hit them. We got two sides here, my friends, the attackers and the defenders. Now listen up, attackers. Your mission is crystal clear. You gotta plant that spike and defend it like your life depends on it until it detonates like fireworks on the 4th of July. It's all about that precision, teamwork, and outsmarting your opponents as you navigate the battlefield with the grace of a panther stalking its prey. Defenders, you're the immovable force, the guardians of the sacred ground. Your job, hold those sights tighter than a grip from the Brahma Bull himself, and don't let those attackers get an inch. Every second you buy, every calculated move you make brings you closer to victory. Valorant is where the action explodes, my friends. Each round is a chance for heroes to rise, showcasing their unwavering bravery and unrivaled skills. It's a symphony of strategy, lightning-fast reflexes, and jaw-dropping maneuvers that'll have you on the edge of your seat, wondering what's coming next. So get ready, my fellow contenders. The battleground awaits your arrival. This is your chance to unleash your inner warrior, to embrace the thrill, and to carve your name into the halls of Valorant history. Valorant calls upon you to unleash the beast within, seize the moment, and rise above all challenges like the true champions we were born to be. Get ready to layeth the smacketh down.
Wow, that was a really well done explanation by The Rock himself. Anyways, the main focus of this video will be about how Valorant's role and agent system promotes teamwork, distributed cognition, and situational awareness.
Teamwork is the simplest out of our definitions. It is the combined action of a group of people, especially when effective and efficient. Teamwork shows up in Valorant through the use of voice communication, coming up with strategies, coordinating movements, sharing information about enemy positions, and bringing each other up.
Let's go!
Document.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
I'm gonna smoke that.
Heaven, back there!
I'm not smoking.
Getting a third one into the map.
Oh, chill. No, chill.
Looking to get some flame, but Sum's already anchoring.
Hit this. Go on then, let's go.
Good pistol. Clean, flawless pistol.
Distributed cognition is a theory of human cognition that describes how information processing is dispersed across people and their workplace, their technologies, and their social organization, and how information processing evolves over time.
1 HP, this guy, have it.
Situational awareness is defined as the perception of entities in the environment, comprehension of their meaning, and projection of their status in the near future.
Sick! Come on, Vic! Good.
Valorant's role and agent system is an example of a system that highlights teamwork in Valorant. These agents each have their own unique abilities that they can use to coordinate with each other to do things like take map control and win duels. As of June 6, 2023, Valorant has 21 different agents to choose from. To summarize, we have the Sentinel. Sentinels are viewed as support characters whose primary responsibility is to use their utility to defend the site. If we compare a Sentinel role to something more general, like in basketball, they can be viewed as a power forwards. Power forwards are known in basketball for their defensive skills and physical presence on the court. This is similar to a Sentinel who is defensive-minded and maintains control over key areas. Initiators are viewed as recon and crowd control characters. They use their abilities to gather information and initiate duels with the enemy. Again, to compare this to basketball roles, an initiator can be viewed as a point guard. In basketball, the point guard is known for setting up plays and initiating offensive strategies. This is similar to initiators in Valorant because of how they use their utility to set up site pushes. We also have duelists who are known as the entry fragger. As their name suggests, they are the role that takes on the most duels. They use their abilities to remain self-sufficient, proactive, and to create space for their team. In basketball, A duelist can be compared to a shooting guard, since shooting guards are known for their scoring ability and ability to shot create. And at last we have controllers. Controllers use their abilities for map control and to disrupt the opponent's sight lines. At the same time, their abilities support the team by providing cover for their teammates. In basketball terms, a controller can be compared to the small forward position. Small forwards in basketball are versatile in the sense that they contribute both offensively and defensively.
The key idea with the role system is that having a balance of roles is important because each role has special abilities that allow them to contribute to the team in their own way. Having too much of one role is not a good team composition since you'll be lacking in some areas. For example, if you think of it like a basketball team, if you have 5 point guards, you might have the necessary speed and scoring ability, but you'll be lacking in areas like height and strength. And similarly in Valorant, if you have 5 duelists, you may have the necessary capabilities to take on individual duels, but you'll be left lacking in more team-oriented areas like taking map control.
Valorant and distributed cognition are related because of how it is a team-based game that relies heavily on coordinated efforts and effective communication among teammates. Sharing information between your teammates is crucial in a game like Valorant. It is also a good example of distributed cognition. Here's why. In Valorant, players often share information about enemy positions, strategies for attacking and defending, and updates on the available abilities. This shared knowledge is distributed among the team members and contributes to their collective decision-making.
And so each player will be acting as a cognitive agent that processes and contributes to the shared information. And so an in-game example would be if you were to see an enemy, you would call it out to let your teammates know that they should be aware that someone's nearby. And so you could focus on coordinating your swings or using certain abilities to zone them out.
Flank heaven, Raptor! 2v1,
Side,
2v1!
side.
He's on site.
Wait, go.
Go left, go left.
Go.
Nice! Sick! Come on!
Nice. Yo, I don't think you understand how I just played these guys.
I
Oh,
know.
you're rapping.
Joe, I thought you were gonna be dead like 10 seconds ago.
Focus, let's go.
This leads us to a good example of a system in Valorant that allows information to be shared within a team. And this system is Valorant's voice communication. Voice communication in Valorant is used for both social interaction and also in a more competitive environment for tactical teamwork and implicit communication. An article titled Verbal Coordination in First-Person Shooter Games found that most callouts in FPS games were 8 words or fewer. And so this shows the importance of timely communication, and this applies to Valorant because in a fast-paced environment, you don't want your audio to be cluttered with a bunch of useless information. And so keeping your callout short and specific will give the players on your team the info they need to make round-winning decisions.
Nice!
Good flank, bro. Playing insane.
Damn, Vic. On fire.
Understanding how to play a role on a team in Valorant also promotes this idea of team cognition. The article, Leveling Up Teamwork in Esports, Understanding Team Cognition in a Dynamic Virtual Environment, defines team cognition as a cognitive activity that occurs at a team level with shared understanding as a key component to facilitate coordination and implicit communication between team members, such that individuals can predict their teammates' behaviors under specific situations. In this way, teams can function better with the development of shared understanding as it enables members to anticipate their teammates' behavior accurately and act accordingly based on task demand and how the team will respond. And so that was a lot of information, but the part of the article I wanted to highlight is where it talks about how team cognition helps individuals predict their teammates' behaviors under specific situations. And I thought this ties well in Valorant's role system because with the role and agent system, there are so many different characters and abilities that you can recognize and coordinate with to make impactful plays. An example of this would be, so there's a character named Sage who has an ultimate ability that allows her to revive teammates that are eliminated. And so let's say you're on the Sage's team and you're playing as a duelist like Jett, and the only thing you should know about Jett is she has this dash ability that allows her to create space for the team. And so if you, as the Jett, recognize that your Sage has the resurrection ability available, one thing that you can predict that your Sage will do is that she'll revive you if you die when you're trying to create space for your team. And so the idea here is that by understanding what abilities your teammates have available, you're giving your team more opportunities to make round-winning plays.
Harbor here for sure.
Yo, I think
What's
flower.
the flower maybe?
Nice,
Nice,
K.
Flower, flower.
He just walked in.
Flower.
Whole thing.
Go.
Get flowers.
There. One's lamps.
One main.
2 art, 1 main, I think. He killed him.
Planner.
Art. I did 78 to him.
Fight him as 3. Nice!
Vic, grab.
To be told. You got him, man. You got him. Taking a shot. What the? Holy shit. What the fuck was that?
A real-life field that uses situational awareness is the Air Force. In the Air Force, situational awareness is regarded as the decisive factor in air combat engagements. Survival in a dogfight is heavily reliant on situational awareness, as it depends on observing the enemy's aircraft current move and predicting its future action a fraction of seconds before the enemy observes their aircraft's movement.
Where is he? He's still on us.
Here we have an example of a common defensive killjoy setup on the B site for the map Ascent. In Valorant, a defensive setup refers to a setup that will be used to prevent the attacking team from making easy entry onto the site. Before going into the setup and explaining how it relates to situational awareness, it will be a good idea to first learn what each of Killjoy's abilities do. The turret ability is a stationary turret that fires at enemies whenever they're within the turret's vision. The alarm bot ability acts as an alarm bot that goes off whenever an enemy walks within this circle. And the nanoswarm ability is used to damage opponents when they are sitting inside of it. And so these abilities are great for defending since they both provide information on where the enemy is at, and they also do damage to the enemy. And so in this setup, the black circles will indicate where the turret ability should go, the blue circles indicate where the nanoswarm ability should go, and the red circle indicates where the alarm bot should go. From the attacker's point of view, situational awareness will be needed because if the enemy has a killjoy, they should expect these areas with circles to have some type of utility set up to stop them from pushing. From the attacker's perspective, what they could do to deal with this setup is to focus using abilities that can disrupt or even destroy the setup. And so some characters that can counter the setup are KO and Raze. KO has an ability called 0 Point, which is basically a device that prevents the enemy from using any of their abilities and utility that they have down if they're caught in the 0 point radius. And so Raze has an ability called Paint Shells, which is essentially a grenade that can easily just destroy any type of setup that's down. And so if she were to throw a grenade in this lane area, that would get rid of most of the setup, which would allow her team easy entry onto the site.
In conclusion, Valorant's role and agent system promotes teamwork, distributed cognition, and situational awareness, making it a truly strategic and dynamic game. The role system encourages players to work together by selecting agents with complementary abilities, emphasizing the importance of a well-balanced team composition. Teamwork is crucial in Valorant, with players coordinating movements, sharing information about enemy positions, and strategizing to achieve victory. The game's voice communication system enables efficient and timely coordination, allowing teammates to make quick decisions based on shared knowledge. By embracing teamwork, players can unleash their collective potential and overcome challenges as a united force. Distributed cognition plays a significant role in Valorant, as information processing is dispersed across the team members, their strategies, and the game's mechanics. The ability to share and process information efficiently contributes to the team's decision-making and enables them to adapt and react to changing situations swiftly. Just like in real-life sports teams, interdependence among players fosters a stronger team dynamic, enhancing performance and success. Situational awareness is a key aspect of Valorant's gameplay, as players need to be aware of their surroundings, understand enemy strategies, and predict their movements. Developing situational awareness requires experience and critical thinking, as players learn to recognize common areas and angles, adapt their tactics, and make informed decisions based on the current situation. By honing their situational awareness, players can gain a competitive edge and outmaneuver their opponents. Valorant is not just a game, but a platform that challenges players to collaborate, think strategically, and adapt to dynamic situations. By embracing teamwork, leveraging distributed cognition, and cultivating situational awareness, players can unlock their full potential and rise above the competition. So, get ready to layeth the smacketh down, embrace the thrill of Valorant, and unleash the warrior within.